Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive. And today, we've got something a little bit different for you. This is the Hive tries the Hippo way. Now, I'll be honest, I've maybe not been awfully fair to our fellow CC, Mr. Hippo, with regards to his playstyle, but that's because I think I've only actually played against Hippo once, maybe twice, in the whole 3.5 years that we've both been playing this game. But what I do see is people playing with his setups and basically playing them completely wrong. Again, I've had an audio bug that I didn't realise that I had for quite some time. And I have a whole bunch of really good gameplays with lots of teaching moments and lots of interesting things going on. But yeah, there's no game sound and no audio for them because I updated my software. And of course, when you update your software, all the settings change. And yeah, it just took me a bit too long to realise. I'll be honest, I kind of lost a bit of motivation to make videos. As you can probably tell, because I've uploaded videos, we've been focusing a lot more on streaming as of late. But yeah, we're going to get back into the videos. My whole thing was I was really waiting for training rooms because there's some really good topics such as armor angling, fire chance, what types of shells to use and when, and trying to get the perfect explanation in random battles makes it kind of impossible. So I'll be honest with you, I haven't gone full Hippo. My rudder shift is really low, and if you're interested in the build, then come check out my Discord, jump on there and ask, and I'll gladly run over builds, not just this particular build, but others as well. I think the main point is I forget his name, one of the Warhammer 40k guys I'm using. So when I use my planes, I basically deal an extra 20% damage. So hopefully we get to showcase that just a little bit during this match. And there we go. Proper Japanese cruiser style. We're already scoring some decent damage. We're dodging lots and lots of shells, and we're starting to set a couple of fires. And unfortunately, we take a little bit of damage there, but you can't avoid it. So the Bismarck, I believe it was the Bismarck that I set on fire, has damage cotton. Now that has left him with the potential to expose himself to some significant fiery death through burning damage. And I, as you can see kind of earlier, I've kind of fallen into the trap that I see, or I think a lot of people at least see with these kind of high agility builds, is it is very easy to kite away and not get shot at. But I've realised that I have let myself get far too out of the battle, should we say, as we lose our first cruiser. So I am now going to turn back around, and I've realised my mistake, and the whole point of these is to get shot at. What the idea is, I believe, I'm sure Hippo might jump in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole idea of this build is to get shot at. You want to be shot at. You want to be shot at a lot, and the more you're getting shot at, the more you're taking away damage from your team, and potentially using that to increase your chances of winning each and every single match that you go into. So we have clawed back a kill. We managed to finish off that Bismarck there, but we are already down 3 ships. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna be honest with you, this is gonna be a loss. We're 4 ships down. Well, that's our 4th ship down. We're 3 ships down, and we're not even 4 minutes into the match. This is not going to go well. But what this is going to do, or at least I feel that it's going to do, is sort of give some justification to to this playstyle, and in all fairness, give credit where it's due. I'll still be honest, this is not my preferred way to play the game. I am definitely more of a get in there and brawl. But do you know what I mean? A lot of people have asked me to try agile cruisers. So you know, I thought I'd give it a go, and I did it with a little bit of a Hive twist, with increasing my damage output. So yes, I have of course now gone back to kiting away, purely because there's 4 ships over here. There's 4 ships that are going to be firing at me, and that's just a little bit too much of a risk for me. I like brawling, but I don't like brawling 4 ships at the same time. It's not going to end particularly well. As you can see, we have clawed back a kill. We have taken out one of their DDs. We're massively behind on points. That's like a 300 point lead that they have. The Bismarck is still suffering from our flooding, and we're the only thing really over here, so we should be at least attracting the bulk of the damage. And our Richelieu finishes off the Bismarck. Again, you can see like the Bismarck shooting at us, and yeah, he scores some damage, but let's be honest, it's rather minimal. We do claw back another 2 kills. So that's not only that Bismarck went down, but they also lost another ship. And of course, because I've got the opportunity to, I am obviously and always gonna try and hit the DDs and get them out of the match. So yeah, we score a couple of really nice hits on the black there. There is a second DD. He's in the smoke screen right here, and they're kind of they're kind of bullying our Richelieu at the moment. So I'm pushing in and trying to take some trying to blind fire, trying to see if we can maybe help keep our Richelieu in the game a little bit longer. Our other flank is, well, it's not looking too great over there. We have got a DD in the capturing, but our battleship's hiding behind the island and not really being particularly productive, should we say. And like I said, this is okay. It's not the first time I've done an agile build, but it's one of the first. This is still me trying to figure out exactly you know, what I should be doing, where I should be placing myself, and I'm trying to take a bit more fire. Obviously, 2 DDs and a cruiser over here. The risk to me is much lower, and it's definitely a better environment now that Bismarck has also departed. There is a Leon hiding around here as well. So yeah, we're obviously we're still at risk of potentially getting dead struck, but it's less likely, and we're gonna see. Like, this is really where I think I really start to figure out the playstyle. So it's myself, this cruiser, and that 1 DD left. Our entire enemy team is the entire friendly team is dead. The Edinburgh is looking incredibly healthy. Now, the Edinburgh is a ship I absolutely love as well. So yeah, I don't think this guy plays it quite right. The Edinburgh is quite sneaky. What he should have been trying to do is he should have been trying to get much closer to me, and use the advantage of his detection of what should be a lower detection range, and definitely not going broadside to a Megami, because yeah, that's gonna happen. Like, the Edinburgh, as much as I absolutely love that ship, it's definitely not something you want to expose you broadside in, that's for sure. So yeah, so now it's a 2 versus 4. I have 22,000 hit points left. I do still have a heal remaining, but yeah, this this is not looking good. But our damage, we have scored 109,000 damage already. The Edinburgh pops out. He's showing his broadside again. We completely dodge the salvo from the Leon. I'm not entirely sure what he was firing at. I feel like he was firing at us, but yes, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he thought there was another ship 5 kilometers behind us. So also take your cues from another CC, T-Bull, doing the old T-Bull shuffle here on the map border. Trust me, this is not somewhere I plan to stay. I do plan to get off the side of the map as quickly as possible. Edinburgh again exposing his broadside. Like, Edinburgh, you should have just pushed me. Like, you should have just pushed me. You should have just focused on your front guns. You know, he kept himself hidden in the early part of the game, which I don't know how effective he was from his position. I don't know if he particularly had much impact on the battle at all. But definitely this late stages of the game, like showing broadside. He's kind of doing right by using the island, but he's exposing himself, and in all fairness, he's been lucky to have made it this far. So now myself and this one last remaining cruiser, because our DD died. I believe our DD died to a battleship, which was unfortunate and possibly should never have happened. We were looking at shots at the Akazuki, but our other battleship, our other cruiser, sorry, appears to have it handled. So I've decided to take my next follow-up shot on the Leon. We do look, and yes, the Baltimore does in fact finish off the DD. So it is now a 2v3, and yeah, we're doing our best to antagonise this Leon, because this Leon is focused on the Baltimore, and I'd rather have him shooting at us than the Baltimore. We've got a bit more time and a bit more agility to get out of the way. You know, we slammed on the brakes there, and again we took a little bit of damage, but we did avoid an awful lot of shots in return. I'm also worried. I don't know what that final cruiser battleship is, but he's also making his way over here. Again, Edinburgh pops out from behind the island. He's exposing his broadside again. Not the smartest move. We slam on the brakes, put our ship in full reverse, and tune in and use the fantastic manoeuvrability of this build to just watch those torps just sail harmlessly by. We take another shot at the Leon. Do we set another fire? I believe we have. Yes, we have set another fire. We switch to armor piecing because that's exactly what we wanted to hit Edinburgh with, and that's when the third battleship that decides to come in takes a shot at us and actually does some not insignificant damage, and then that's followed up really quickly by the Leon, putting us down to like 2,500 hit points. But of course we do still have that final heal. Edinburgh's backing up. We are obviously preemptively aiming towards him. Again, he's come out, he's shown broadside, 2 Citadel hits, and yeah, that sent him straight to his death. If he'd come out bow on, I don't think we would have survived. But I can't really do any damage to him bow on, so he could have 100% just sailed round the other side of the island, chased at us bow on, and destroyed us. But never ever interrupt an enemy when they're making a mistake. And unfortunately, that's it for our Baltimore. That's the end of him. So we're sitting here with the last ship alive. We're up against 2 battleships, and we have just 5,800 hit points left. But we have done 146,000 damage. Like, if I was to look back and sort of evaluate myself, I kind of regret not pushing a little bit harder at the start. But because we had that Leon at the back of B, I believe I believe pushing there would have been a bit of a mistake. And here we go. Here's the final battleship, and it is, of course, the Italian Carcucciolio, which probably explains why you wrecked the DD. Obviously, the DD got spotted, and those SAP secondaries. Let's be honest, like you don't want to be seen by them in a DD, do you? And again, so we take some damage, but we successfully dodge quite a lot of the salvo by sharp turnout. And unfortunately, that is us done because the Leon turned around right behind him, and we were caught out, stuck, going slow. But 150,000 damage, 3 kills, 2,500 base XP on a loss. So yeah, I think I am going to spend a little bit more time playing the Hippo way, playing this style. Like I see, I definitely see the benefits, but you do need to be aggressive. You do need to be getting shot at. If you're kiting away and you've got one ship following you, you're wasting your time. If you've got 2 ships following you and firing you, you're probably a benefit to your team. So yeah, the Hive does the Hippo way, and not bad. Like, not bad at all. I kind of liked it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and of course, until next time, take care.